Next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, Yakima police are investigating an alleged domestic violence incident that led to a former officer being arrested. Stacy.
And on the first day of spring, we are breaking temperature records all through the area. I'll give you all the details coming up in my First Alert weather forecast.
Also ahead, growing by leaps and bounds. Soon, the Boys and Girls Club in Prosser will have more room.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. First up tonight, springtime means construction work is picking up all across the Tri-Cities, but it's not all new projects being built from the ground up. My colleague Alyssa Warner joining us live from Kennewick, and there's a lot to keep track of here.
Hey Austin, we're here in downtown Kennewick. It's a beautiful evening. We were just hearing bells from the church nearby, and this is a place where new businesses move into the area fairly frequently, just like the Blackthorn Neighborhood Pub behind me for one example. But it is a very small part of the overall development that's happening across the city. Driving around parts of Kennewick, it can seem like there's a construction site on every corner.
We've got development occurring all across our city, which is very exciting for us. You know, north, south, east, west. If you just drive around, you can see new buildings going up or new buildings being refurbished.
Evelyn Lusignan is part of the economic development team for the city of Kennewick. She says they're constantly working behind the scenes to keep this kind of growth going.
For example, when we know a building's going to be vacant, a business is moving out, we're in touch with the property owner to find out if they have anybody else lined up.
In some cases, like the old Golf Universe building on West Clearwater, the owner has something in mind already.
We were asked in October to come down to a meeting with Lee and Betty Adams of Adams Enterprises, and they are wanting to work with us in the college.
That's Pacific Northwest Christian College President Bob Nash. PNWCC is preparing to make the move from their current location, about 2 miles east on Clearwater, once they've converted the building into classrooms. But there are many cases where a property owner might not know who's looking for a new location.
We get inquiries all the time, businesses looking to come to our community and say what's available, and we help make those connections with property owners so that we can get businesses in that are a good fit.
That work includes keeping track of spaces available for development, like Clover Island or Vista Field near the Toyota Center, as well as knowing who's on the move and when.
Sometimes they don't want to build new. They want to go into an existing location. So we see both, which is great because we can fill in spaces that need to be repurposed. You know, one business moves on or they expand to another location, and we want to get that space filled as quickly as possible.
The city is seeing growth in every direction and every sector. New apartments, new businesses, even new schools and fire stations. Keeping infrastructure one step ahead of the development is another challenge the city is tackling behind the scenes.
The city is always doing long-range planning to make sure that we've got the right water transmission lines in place and able to move wastewater and keep up with our growing community. Right now, we're looking at extending utilities across I-82 south to some area that was annexed a couple of years ago that has been designated light industrial to facilitate growth on that property. You know, we need to have utilities there.
Now back here live downtown, one of the potential benefits of moving into an old building is a lot of that infrastructure is usually already there. Often that can mean less waiting around, but those old buildings do come with some quirks of their own. Now tonight there is a public information meeting about the Downtown Kennewick Historic Neighborhood Survey Project that is potentially looking at getting Kennewick on the National Register of Historic Places if there's enough interest. So the meeting starts at 5:30. It's just down the street from us at Benton and Canal at the Farmers Exchange Building. They'll be talking about how buildings or properties get that historic designation and some of the potential benefits for property owners who take part. So again, that begins at 5:30 at the Farmers Exchange Building. For right now, live in Kennewick, I'm Alyssa Warner for Apple Valley News Now.
Alyssa, thank you for that. We've got a heads up for Pasco drivers. Work on the Broadmoor Boulevard restoration project got underway today. That means Broadmoor Boulevard closes from Burns Road to Dent Road, also known as Road 116. That's through tomorrow, Wednesday, March 20th. Also, pavement work on West Argent Road began Monday. It means intermittent lane closures between 7 and 5 each day through Friday. The Ellensburg City Council voted unanimously at a packed meeting last night to approve the Reed Park Master Plan, which is 4 years in the making. Vocal community members opposed previous plans that would take away parking on the hillside from visitors and the American Legion. So the city changes the plan to keep parking intact, but also adding features to make the park more pedestrian friendly, like a restroom, benches, a sidewalk, and barriers along the hillside for safety.
There is no edge on the hill currently. The only thing that stops people and vehicles from going over the edge is common sense and soberness. That's really it.
6 tonight on Apple Valley News Now, what the community had to say about this newest plan and what it means for the park moving forward. Well, just before we came on the air here at 5 o'clock, Stacy and I were looking at some of the numbers when it comes to highs today, and we have new information. Stacy, what's up?
Hey there, Austin. Yes, breaking records all through the area. Check it out. Walla Walla, Tri-Cities, Hermiston tying a record. Records broken all across the area. So tonight, Tri-Cities are forecast today at 78. We're all the way up to 80. Our record was 77 degrees back in 1934. Broke that record. Walla Walla also hitting 76 degrees today, breaking a record set back in 1960. And Hermiston tied with their record back from 1934. Here's what it looks like outside on our Legends Casino Skycam. 80 degrees, sunny and beautiful, as yes, we're welcoming in spring. So clear and cool tonight. Should be a beautiful evening out there. We're going to have sunny skies tomorrow, breezy but increasing clouds, cooler temperatures on the way. You'll notice them slightly tomorrow, more so on Thursday, and then get ready for a big round of showers several days in a row, mainly in the mountains, but we'll be seeing those here in the lower elevations. Lots to talk about in my first alert full weather forecast. Austin.
Happy spring nonetheless, Stacy. Thank you. Other news tonight, a former Yakima police officer has been arrested after police say he pointed a gun at his significant other, then hit her in the face with it. According to court documents, the victim told police that the 53-year-old man was having a mental health crisis and that he was seeing things that were not there. He fired off several shots into their yard. Now, the woman told police the man hit her when she attempted to take the gun away from him. The man himself allegedly told police he had been regularly using cocaine and admitted to hitting the woman. He was arrested after witnesses spotted him running with a gun in hand near 74th and Summit View. The man is now facing charges for domestic violence, assault, and reckless endangerment. 2 people have been arrested after a shooting in Kennewick, which took place over the weekend. Authorities say a 41-year-old woman and 32-year-old man were both arrested today on suspicion of assault in the first degree. The shooting happened on Saturday. Authorities say a man walked into a local hospital right around 3 a.m. with a gunshot wound. His condition is not yet known at the moment, but the investigation is ongoing. Today, Washington Governor Jay Inslee signed a long list of new laws focused on combating the opioid crisis. The governor held the signing event today, highlighting efforts to help tribal communities fight opioid addiction and overdoses. One of those new laws will make sure that tribes get part of the settlement between the state of Washington and major opioid drug distributors.
We're improving opioid education. We're improving overdose prevention. We're providing therapy right on the spot to get people into treatment. We are enhancing our first responder resources so that they can do their job. And most importantly, perhaps, we're doing this together.
Several others are focused on public awareness campaigns, making sure that schools have opioid overdose reversal medication on hand, and making sure that college campuses educate students about opioid and fentanyl prevention. Washington State Supreme Court approved new ways to be licensed as an attorney without taking the bar exam. Here are the 2 new pathways to get licensed, to include a new entrepreneurship and apprenticeship program hand in hand. First would be law school grads would work with an experienced lawyer for 6 months and then submit a portfolio of their work to be evaluated. Another option lets law students take 12 credits of skills classes and 500 hours of hands-on legal work before graduation, and then submit their portfolio before graduation to the Washington State Bar. In November, Oregon approved an apprenticeship program for law school grads. Wisconsin and New Hampshire have offered a similar program for years, and 5 other states are already considering the issue. It's not sure exactly when the new pathways will start, but the Washington State Bar Association was given the task to form a committee about how to implement the program. New tonight, the Boys and Girls Club of Prosser broke ground today on a new clubhouse. As of right now, Prosser has 2 sites, one that is kinder through 5th grade and a teen site that is grades K through 12. The program is so popular, the group has outgrown its current area. With this new clubhouse, the program's director says it is very reassuring that they could help serve more children in the area.
It's a breath of fresh air for us. We currently are working out of a smaller location and with a waiting list. With the new club, we're going to be able to have the opportunity to involve more kids in our community.
Officials also say they are hopeful that the new building will be up and running within a year. Kennewick's irrigation district, the daily water supply is limited by how much water the district is allowed to take from the Yakima River. But due to a low water year, a voluntary watering schedule is now in effect. Officials tell Apple Valley News Now that scheduling allows customers to maximize their use of the limited water. Homeowners are now being asked to water only during their 2 assigned AM or PM blocks, as scheduled by the last digit of their street address. Watering may be up to 30 minutes per zone, station, or sprinkler. The district says they will allow use of high-efficiency drip or micro spray systems. The question now, will the voluntary measure turn into something that's mandatory? And we'll hear from what customers are saying about this. That's coming up new at 6 o'clock. A big name in craft and fabric supply, Joann's, filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's next. Plus, exercising your green thumb, the program offering gardening guidance across the Tri-Cities. And we are enjoying very warm weather as spring is just a few hours from officially starting. Stacy Lee will be back. She'll have your first alert forecast in a few minutes.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a large commercial vehicle, call Tamaki Law. Semi-truck insurance companies have the resources to deny any claim. That's why you need the experienced team at Tamaki Law to fight for the justice you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
It's time to play Get to Know the Raptors and Alice. Favorite food?
Pizza, duh. Ribeye steak, rare.
A bowl of cantaloupe the size of a swimming pool.
Favorite triple play attraction?
2 words, arcade. The entire Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park.
Zipline. It's great for talking with guests.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Cantaloupe, really?
Steak, really?
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight labor and industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, Let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
The Centennial Trail. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back, everybody. New tonight, craft retailer Joann has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That will help the company reduce debt so it can reorganize. The company plans to leave all of its stores and website up and running. Joann's received $132 million in new funding, which slashes its debt in half. However, it will be delisted from the NASDAQ and will go under private ownership. Joann's has been around for more than 8 decades. Well, as spring begins today, people interested in embracing their green thumbs have a chance to do that in Pasco this spring. The city of Pasco's community garden program is currently getting ready for the Kurtzman Park and then another one close by. Now, these two new parks are in close proximity to apartment complexes or spaces where people may not be able to have their own gardens. Recreation Services says that there are some spots open, but they do fill up pretty quick.
We have our regular repeats coming back every year. Again, like I said, there's the apartment complex right by there, and a lot of them, they love that opportunity and come back year after year. We do have some open spots every year for new people, but most years the beds fill up.
The community gardens have been around for about a decade now, and this is the second year that people have been able to use the gated gardens at Palomino Park. Now, once you sign up, there's going to be a meeting to get the keys.
When you sign up, we have a garden kickoff meeting, so we invite everybody to come out. You get assigned which garden is yours. They're numbered garden beds. They're about 4x8, 4x10 section, and then we check out a key to you for the gate.
Now that is happening on the last day of the month. Registration is now open. Find out how to get involved on our website. Just go to applevalleyNewsNow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, officially our first day of spring in a couple of hours from now. 80 degrees, record-breaking temperatures all through the region. Winds at 8 miles per hour. Our sunset tonight at 7:09. Let's take a look at those records. We broke them. Tri-Cities is well over that 77-degree mark. We hit 80 degrees today, breaking a record from 1934. Yakima was close, hitting 75 today. Walla Walla hit 76, breaking their record from 1960, and Hermiston tied the record today, hitting 80 degrees, set back in 1934. So very record-breaking temps all through the area. Here's the temperature change in just the last 24 hours. We're 4 degrees warmer right now in Walla Walla, 5 degrees here in the Columbia Basin, 2 degrees warmer in Yakima, and it's actually cooler today in Cle Elum. Here's that temperature trend going through the next 7 days. We are eventually going to cool back down to our average or just slightly below the average, but I see 71 degrees tomorrow, so I am not going to complain about that. We'll see temperatures drop into the 60s tomorrow in Yakima and then drop down into the lower 50s by Sunday. We do have a system coming through the area. In fact, let's take a look at our weather pattern. Here's that ridge of high pressure. It's starting to say goodbye to us this evening, and then our next system moves in. Cooling trend begins with that low pressure. We'll see some Cascade Mountain rain showers and even some scattered showers here in the lower elevations over the next couple of days. So officially spring starts at 8:06 tonight. Our average high 60 degrees, our average low 34. We hit 80, so we're 20 degrees above our average. It's the vernal equinox. That's what's happening, and that will take place. That's when the earth is going to be just in neither away or toward the sun, equal amounts of daylight and darkness in all areas, and that occurs at 8:06 tonight. Let's talk pollen counts. We're going to see some breezy winds tomorrow. We have light winds tonight. Those pollen counts continue to grow. If you're sensitive to juniper, poplar, alder, and all the other things that are getting ready to bloom, well, unfortunately, those numbers are going to be going up, and you'll probably really start to notice it tomorrow as we'll see some breezy winds, particularly here in the Columbia Basin. Temperatures tonight, clear, calm, 40s all through the area. A little bit cooler tonight, Toppenish 39 and Ellensburg 35, but everybody else pretty warm. In fact, Dayton 46 for the low, same as Hermiston. Let's take a peek at tomorrow's daytime highs through the area. Looking good. You're going to start to see those 60s come right back into the area. We'll stay in the upper 60s and low 70s in the Columbia Basin, and then you'll see those 60s and 70s through the Walla Walla, Milton Freewater, foothills of the Blues area. 7-day forecast, here we go. It's looking good, and then here comes the rain. We have a chance of rain all the way through Monday, so a nice little stretch of that, but lightly, and most likely going to see those showers Saturday and Sunday, just in time for the first weekend of spring. Same thing, breezy winds, Tri-Cities, and you'll see those showers coming through the area as we get towards the middle of the week. And Walla Walla, going to be wet again, more of those showers possible on Saturday. Look at those temperatures drop back into the low 50s and those overnight lows back in the 30s. So a little bit of a cool down. You'll really feel that in Walla Walla. Here's what Hermiston looks like. Look for those breezy winds tomorrow. Temperatures as low as 53 on Sunday with those overnight lows in the 30s. So great looking forecast again. Happy spring, everybody. Lots more to come, including your viewer photo of the day. Austin.
Happy spring. Thank you so much, Stacy. It is smooth, velvety, and delicious, but the cost of chocolate is rising. Why? We'll tell you next at 5.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222. It's here. It's now. The Grand National RV Show at R&R RV North Spokane, March 14th through the 23rd. Shop over 140 RVs inside the West Coast's largest indoor showroom. Motorhomes, camper vans, fifth wheels, and trailers. The time to buy is now. The Grand National RV Show, March 14th through the 23rd, indoors at R&R RV North Spokane. Special show pricing, giveaways, and food vendors on site. Visit rnrrv.com.
Walla Walla Regional Airport, the gateway to your next vacation. As spring and summer travels approach, plan your flights through Walla Walla Airport. We offer free parking, and we have 2 Alaska flights to Seattle daily, making your travel easy and convenient. Take the time off, explore the world, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Walla Walla Airport, your connection to your next vacation. Book today. AlaskaAir.com, your destination awaits.
If it was my family, I'd want to make sure they get all the information they need to make the best decision. That's why we fully inspect our vehicles and certify everything. With McCurley Certified and Certified Plus, we look at everything from the tires to the maintenance records to recalls to any open campaigns. We make sure the vehicle is completely safe. The only vehicles we sell are ones that are completely inspected. McCurley Certified means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru.
With Dish, get the same TV bill every month for 2 years.
Hello? God, I think someone's coming.
No price hikes, no surprises. Because surprising TV shows are great. Surprising TV bills, not great.
Let's get you some fresh water.
The 2-year TV price guarantee from Dish. Tuned in to you.
Tonight, the threat of famine in Gaza.
So it's a very short window to act.
And Haiti. Plus, the spring freeze. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Well, the cost of a sweet treat now getting more expensive. According to a report from Wells Fargo, a decreased supply of cocoa has caused an increase in chocolate prices. Climate and tree diseases caused by heavy rainfall have impacted cocoa supply. Cocoa tree farmers in West Africa are also dealing with dry temperatures and extreme winds from this year's El Nino. The price for cocoa has more than doubled over the last year. Spring is nearly here. It officially arrives this evening, but the conditions outside are marvelous right now. Will that continue? Stacy has your forecast. Next on the news at 5.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
A Connell woman dies after 3 days in the Franklin County Jail.
It could have been prevented if they just would have cared one little bit.
Now this lawyer is fighting for her dignity.
Everybody's life has value.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Wednesday.
Live a life of luxury at Legends Casino Hotel during our Lux Bucks giveaway. You could win up to $5,000 every Thursday or the big prize of $10 grand and a luxury item from Burberry, Tumi, Prada, Louis Vuitton, or Yves Saint Laurent. Ooh la la! Did I just speak French? Just use your Legends rewards card to earn valuable entries for our Lux Bucks cash, purses, and luggage. Okay, so it's not a Rolls Royce or a Chateau in the Alps, but we're just a casino in Toppenish, so cut us some slack. And play Lux Bucks at Legends Casino Hotel every Thursday in March.
Good news. For years, Washington Realtors embraced some of the most consumer-friendly practices in the nation, putting fairness and transparency at the heart of the home buying process, providing clients with the duties of their real estate broker in the transaction, along with a written agreement explaining the cost of brokerage services, and receiving and signing this agreement up front. Now, these principles are not just industry standard, they're state law. Transparency in real estate, brought to you by Washington Realtors. Is your broker a realtor?
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 1-877-630-1122. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 1-877-630-1122 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law in Yakima and Tri-Cities.
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Want free college or career training? It's possible.
We are keeping a close eye on 2 lottery jackpots, which can't seem to stop growing. The Mega Millions drawing takes place in just over an hour from now. The jackpot, $893 million. Choosing the cash option lump sum payment equals $421 million. No one ticket had all the winning numbers from last night's Powerball drawing. That jackpot now rises to $687 million in tomorrow night's drawing. You have not gotten...
I haven't gotten a ticket.
No, I
That's
know,
a
I
lot of
haven't either.
greenbacks, though, so I think I might have to make a little,
Right?
little stop to the
Yeah.
store tonight, definitely.
I love the yellow for spring.
I'm sporting Ginger Z did it this morning on Good Morning America, so
Right.
thanks, Ginger, for the inspiration. All right, let's take a look at our weather photo of the day. Look at that. Now, if you look closely, Austin, off to the left, that is Mount Adams, and further away off to the right is Mount Rainier, which is actually bigger than Adams, but from that perspective. So
Right.
thank you, Diana Prosser, for sending that in. Just grab that little QR code, snap it on your phone right now, and that is how you're going to submit a photo to us. We'd like to see it. And thanks for sharing the 2 mountains at sunset. And speaking of sunset, for all my stargazers out there, when you get up tomorrow morning between 6 and 6:45, so early risers that is, make sure you look up to the sky. Is it men are from Mars, women are from Venus?
Yes.
They're both visible to the naked eye early morning hours, so check that out. Look to the southeast. So
I wonder what that says about the world right now.
Right, there you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us here at 5. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We'll see you at 6.
Good night.